Comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous? Qu'est-ce qui passe aquí? Konnichiwa. Ni hao mai. Good morning, good morning. The best with you this morning for you. Boo boo be doo doo. I'm going over to Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I'm going to clean the Wonder Pizza store, even though they owe me over $500-600. I'm going to go and clean it anyway, because that's just going to be more they owe me. I know I'll get it eventually. I know I'll get it eventually. It's just a matter of time, I guess. So today I'm going to use my 14-inch high flyer mod I'll be testing to get to this Korean guy, man. He's like a pit bull, man. He doesn't let up, man. He doesn't let up. He's man. This guy is relentless, man. That's all I got to say. He wants my tools so bad. I mean, he bombards me with so many messages you wouldn't believe. I don't want to respond because then I'll be stuck trying to translate all his info, and that's a project right there. So he's just gonna have to wait, man, because I'm not done building. I'm just finished building his squeegee. You know, getting that together. I still gotta build the rest of his unit. He can't use that tool without my gadget. So you know, I don't know what else to tell him, because it's almost like he doesn't understand my Korean language when I do translate it from English. It's almost like he doesn't really understand my Korean language. A few words he understands, responds. But I just wanted to say, hold on one second. I just wanted to say, when I made my previous video about living in the woods and being intuitive, yes, Paul A, I'll be living in the woods, but I'm not giving up my apartment. I'm just going there for the summer. This isn't a definite. I have to get the supplies to be out in the woods because I don't know where my other tent is. My tent was packed away at my mother's house somewhere. And it is stacked to the gills with, storage boxes. And I'm not going through all that. It's just easier to go to Walmart and buy another tent, buy a little hibachi so I could grill on, you know. I'll be going in the woods, collecting firewood, kindle. I'll be building a TP fire. Everything I have learned as a Boy Scout, I'll be out there doing, you know. I'll be out there doing some things that I'll be making from stick and twine. Y'all will see. Who knows, I might even get real into it and start to make fire from, wood. Rubbing two sticks together. It may take a long time, but I just want to see if I can do it like I used to. So let me just tell you how intuitive I used to be this way. Some of you may be this way already. And when you set your alarm clock in the morning, you usually wake up and you hit that snooze button a dozen times afterwards. Now, I'm not saying that this is the reason why this is happening. It could just be mean that I really don't have a whole lot to do, so a lot of us is catching on some lot of unfinished sleep, you know, unfinished rest that the body desperately needed because you've been running crazy. Now no one's running crazy. We have a lot of time to rest on our hands and, you know, amongst other things. But anyway, this hasn't happened only when I was a child, not that child, like 5 years old child, but when I was a kid in my teens. And I was practicing meditation and chakras and Kundalini yoga. Well, Kundalini, but not Kundalini yoga, but Kundalini, the fiery serpent inside. All this revolves around on our energy centers in our body. When you have blockages, I told you before, this is how people start to feel respiratory illnesses in certain parts of the body. A lot of times it could be a blockage of lack of energy flow and energy centers in your energy fields. And it takes a toll on our respiratory centers. What doctors call cancer and things of that nature. Lack of flow of energy. This is why the Chinese get into acupressure and acupuncture, because it relieves the body energy centers through needles. You stick it in certain parts of the body, it allows for a lot of blood flow, a lot of energy flow, and that center where it has lack of energy flow and lack of energy blood flow. It's a lot more that I'm not really explaining right, but y'all get the gist of it. So I actually woke up 5 minutes before the alarm clock woke up. And I have never done this before. So when you start to meditate and you start to really, really listen to your higher self, these spirit guides, these entities, you get a keen to a lot of things in your surroundings, including waking up on time, being able to have foresight, intuition. You start to unlock so many different things. And some of you may have this already naturally, but you just dismiss it and say, oh, that's just coincidence, because you really, really don't know enough about the mind, body, and soul to even understand what's going on. You're worried about the physical world too much. But when you have a balance of both, you can harness this power to just, oh my God, it just feels so good knowing. Do you know how good it feels to really, really know? To really be fully, fully aware, fully intuitive. It's a good feeling because you feel godlike. And when you think about it, he did make us in his image. See, we're co-creators. So that means we can co-create in this parallel universe because everything is just a hologram of our reality. It's a matrix, if you will. You see, it's just like a computer. A computer sends electro energy encoding, and you see, the internet, anyone will tell you the internet is a series of programs and things of that nature. It's a computer, and the only thing that allows us to see it is through a screen that is encoded. All the information is out there in electromagnetic waves via Wi-Fi. When you send a signal to Wi-Fi, the computer decodes it. It's the same thing in the brain. When we hear something and a tree falls in the woods, right? If there's no one around to hear it, you don't hear it. A tree doesn't make a sound. But when you're in the proximity of the tree, the only reason why you hear it is because it's a disruption in the waves, in the electromagnetic waves, the energy fields. There's a disruption in the energy field Thus, your hearing of this disruption in the energy field, this is the only reason why a tree makes a sound. When you hear the disruption, your ears will interpret that, send a signal through these electromagnetic waves, and decodes it through the brain and sends out through your cerebral cortex, through your visual cortex, to understand that that tree just fell. See, when you hear a specific sound, your brain decodes it through these disturbances and the energy field. It is so complex. All these little cells and things of that nature can decode what sound you've heard before. Because when you combine visualization with sound, you can depict on what you heard. The same goes when you lose one of your senses, your other senses get more enhanced. This is true. Most people know this. Thus, if you lose your eyesight, if you never saw a damn thing in your life, you won't know what anything looks like unless you use your feeling of what you're hearing, and you know that's what the sound is. But you can really actually see through electromagnetic waves. There's a kid who rides a bicycle and he's blind. I have to find a video and show y'all. It's amazing what a brain and someone could do when they just learn to hone in on their senses. He uses his tongue like sonar, just like how a dolphin does, and he's able to maneuver through sound waves and be able to ride his bike, know when a car is coming, know when a trash can's around. When he's riding his bike, let's say there's something in the way, he could use that sonar sound wave. It'll bounce back. It'll tell him something is in the way nearby, and he can change course. Believe it or not, I don't really care. I know the potential. But that's just what I'm trying to, this is a short message to some of you who doubt. And since you ain't got nothing going on, what do you have to lose? So take this time and use it wisely to get in touch with your higher self. You will thank yourself for it. You will be a better person for it. You will think clearer. You will be able to create more. You will be so enhanced, nothing can stop you. You will feel so positive. You will feel so enlightened. And much, much more, baby. But this is Masters at Wagtail, and I'll see you in video 2 of the High Flyer. Back and frackalacka, peace, peace, peace. Bam!